Today we're going to be checking out the Arms of God Early Access release, a brand new Bullet Heaven with a pretty promising start, sitting at 91% positive on Steam. We've got our little base with all of our meta progression here. I wasn't able to unlock much. I was just able to get one building, and they actually have like a lore description that doesn't actually tell you exactly what they do. I spent all of my little books thing unlocking the blacksmith, since that sounded like it would be good for increasing my power, but I can't actually afford anything in it, so if they could add a more detailed description to the buildings, that would be pretty nice, I think. But we're going to jump on into the second act. Looks like there are 3 difficulties, 4 acts, and you have to do them in order. So I'm right here now. So we'll go ahead and jump on in, and I think I'm going to stick with the basic guy. He has some decent HP and damage and a pretty handy dodge roll, and his main weapon gains a bunch of damage every time you use the dodge, up to 100%. And then I'm going to try the airstrike, since that sounds really cool, just blasting a bunch of demons with airstrikes from above. Not sure if it's good or not, since I haven't actually seen that weapon yet. But it sounds awesome, and that's what's important. So we've got a dodge roll. There will be a few little things we can interact with around the map to collect some... Oh, crap. This, like, inverts my controls, but it slows down time. But luckily, I have all that practice from Pickled Nitra, so the inverted controls aren't that bad. Alright, so we gain little lasers from the sky. Oh, and then it has a chance to explode when it hits them. Okay, so it's kind of underwhelming by default. But actually, if we get a few upgrades to increase the explosion chance on that, that might end up being pretty cool later on, but it seems kind of bad right now, in all honesty. Definitely going to need some upgrades for that one, I think. But I accidentally left most of the souls there, so we might not be able to buy much. This is something I just unlocked. Experience points by killing demons. Next level, you can purchase the Special Crux ability. Randomly selected from the unlocked ones, refresh can be used to roll a different set. So we can heal on a cooldown. Okay, this is inside of the cross in the middle. Enemies will do less damage, or it spreads wider. I'm not sure what the aura does. Does that just let it collect extra XP? I guess we probably take the heal in case I end up needing that. Then it looks like there will be further upgrades for each of these trees later on. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this yet since I just got that after the first run, and then we grab our upgrades in here, but since I was kind of bad about collecting those, we could lock the flare cannon to get another of those. Yeah, it's only a 30% chance to explode, it looks like. So we need to find a way to scale that up a bit, because right now it seems pretty terrible in all honesty. So each of these will be 15 little battles that are around a minute each. And then we'll have a boss on the final one. But yeah, we need to dodge as much as possible to actually get that damage boost. That's pretty important to actually kill stuff here. Is there even any collectible stuff on this map? I don't see anything. Did I get scanned? Alright, let's make sure I grab all the souls this time, so we can actually buy some weapons. Okay, so we can get another upgrade for the cross, it looks like. Reduce enemy damage, increase the range, or we can stagger enemies, it looks like. Let's get the range up, since I think that will sort of improve everything it does, I guess. And then we can actually buy an airstrike this time. You can also convert your weapons into an upgrade and attach them to the other ones. So if we were to do that, we would gain 7% explosion chance and a bunch of radius, which actually isn't bad. Oh, we actually got another one. Did that one get cheaper, or is it based on like the number of shops we've been to? Well, we can grab this and add a second one so that we're basically at double damage, other than the big upgrade it already has, and then we'll lock another airstrike to grab for later, I guess. And then the weapons will also have like a certain combination that allows you to evolve them into a higher tier. I think you actually need to discover them first. You can see I found the tier 2 machine gun, but I have no idea how to upgrade the flare cannon yet. So we'll have to do a bunch of experimenting to try and find out how to actually get that as well. But right now, I think I'm actually really low on souls compared to what my first run looked like. because this weapon is kind of bad early on, and I wasn't really paying that much attention on the first round. And it didn't seem like there were very many collectibles around the map either. There's supposed to be like books and stuff we can channel on and get some meta resources and occasionally like an upgrade for the current run, I think. But I am not seeing anything in here. We better go grab the souls real quick. I don't know where all the collectible stuff is though. Oh god, I can't even get one weapon, what the heck, man? Okay, we can lock that, I guess, to massively improve the explosion stats in return for losing some damage on the basic attack. But I'm making so little souls right now, it doesn't seem like there's any point in locking two things currently. That would give us some okay HP, but I think we really need damage so we can actually get more souls and actually buy stuff here. But I feel extremely weak compared to my first run so far. Okay, we have something here. I guess we have to wait on that and then come back later. Okay, here's a book we can actually collect. Blessed Evasion. So we got some sort of codex unlock, I guess, for that one. I don't know, maybe the tutorial mode on the very first act was just giving me a lot of extra resources or something. But I can barely buy anything with the airstrike this time. Okay, so we need to let enemies attack it, or we need to protect it. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't even have enough damage to protect it if that's what we have to do here. Finally, some souls. So we can get some nice cooldown reduction for the healing effects. Oh, I can carry it. Interesting. I mean, that's gotta be one of the best, right? Just having all of the effects constantly on me. And then in here, we can upgrade our main weapon with a bunch of explosion stuff, and that should improve the AoE a lot. It'll be worse at single targets. Let's see, these are all fire damage, right? So that's actually quite good. Global stats, fire damage, and resources, yeah. +1 projectiles actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, we'll lock that for later. Probably put that on the main weapon. And I think that's enough for now. So I have to grab it, it looks like. Okay. Did that slow me down? I think that lowered my movement speed, didn't it? So 0% speed. I felt a lot slower with it. Let me get these guys out of here if I can, and then pick it back up. So I'm at 0% now. My character feels like he's walking instead of, like, sprinting, right? My movement speed's the same, but I feel way slower with that thing. I'm gonna drop that. Judge to Wrath. What are these revelations we're getting? I guess I can't open the codex right now. It might be like a new global blessing or something that I can find in the shop now. Oh man, I got stuck on the pillar. Please, the souls. We can get big range for it. That sounds nice. Oh, you can actually make the cross attack as well. With the weapon's damage. What would the weapon damage be for the cross, though? It's kind of weird. The attack sounds kind of interesting, though. I think I'll try that out. And then we will definitely take a +1 for the main airstrike. Ooh, fire and resources, that's quite nice. These are both global. That reduces my fire damage a bit, which is kind of bad for the build. We'll definitely take that. That is quite a bit of damage. I wouldn't mind that, I think. I guess we'll pass on that since it lowers my fire damage, and my damage doesn't even seem great with these to begin with currently. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure carrying the cross is making me slower, but it might have just been from changing my running animation there. But we can at least have that, like, shoot at some enemies as they try to cross through the middle towards me now. Honestly, airstrike doesn't even seem that cool compared to what I was picturing in my head either. Alright, looks like we can just chill around the cross for now. Just try to maximize the soul gain here so we can actually get some weapons down. Oh yeah, it looks like you just destroy the pillar and you gain some extra souls from it. Cool music though, I do like that so far. We can stagger enemies. Oh, it gives a global damage buff to me if I'm inside of it. I think I just like maximizing the aura range to make all of the effects it gives go as far as possible. Let's see, so we have a bunch of weapons we can combine with stuff that gives some crit chance and range, that gives crit chance, range, and piercing. Big fire damage there, we'll put that on the main weapon, I think. And then range for everything, that would probably be helpful. I think we toss a reroll here. 5% all resources. That gives crit chance, range, stagger, and piercing. I can't imagine piercing would work on that since it's like falling from the sky to the ground. So don't think that would be great. Let's toss another reroll here. I'm going to put a crossbow since that's another fire weapon. There's a chance that might evolve it. And we need to experiment with that. Other than that, we just gain fire damage, crit, and range. So I guess that wasn't it, but we got some big fire damage here as well. This one gives some lifesteal. That'd be pretty nice. This one gives a lot of range and a bit of crits. Yeah, I'll toss some HP steal crit range on the main weapon, I think. And then we might want to save the last 2 slots on that for trying to find out the evolution. We could like experiment with that one and go for it. Doesn't look like the big pentagram does anything. Would be cool if we could like kill a bunch of demons in there to summon a big mini boss or something. $28 shards, and we've got to kill a bunch of stuff inside the chalice. Oh yeah, I keep dodge rolling to stack up the damage bonus. Oh yeah, we've got some decent explosions on the first weapon now, with the 1 upgrade for it. Looks like that's about it for this stage. Try and grab all the souls on the way out. 22% HP rate. I think there's like a cooldown on that after you take damage. So you have to go 3 seconds without taking any damage for the life regen to even start kicking in, it looks like. So I'm not sure about that. Oh, that would actually speed up the delay quite a bit. I might just take the armor since that's always going to be helpful here. Then in here, what can we add to our weapons? Crit chance range, that's a machine gun as well. That's not very helpful And gain some global lifesteal. That sounds pretty handy. And I think we'll toss some rerolls here. I guess we should just add one of each weapon to the second airstrike to start looking at the evolutions for that. So we've done 2 holy weapons with that, neither of those. But I expected it would probably be fire or something. We'll take the global rarity here. I guess that gives enough like greed stats that it's probably worth it, even though I don't really like losing the fire damage. But in the long run, that'll probably pay off. Oh, there's a banner on the pillar there. Okay, we've got to find 4 of those. Keep rolling for the damage buff. Oh, 4 relics. Nice. I think that's the thing I need for more buildings in the base. Oh yeah, we actually have a lot of souls near the cross with that thing shooting them now. That's why all of those are over there. Man, I could really use some pickup radius here, it feels like. So every time we dodge roll, this will give more crit chance until the end of the wave. Ooh, a tier 2 upgrade. So we can attach that to one of these and gain a bunch of fire damage and piercing, but I don't think piercing works. It doesn't actually sound great for it, but I'll put that on the second one just in case. Yeah, just a bit of fire damage, I guess. Put that here as well, since we kind of need the slots just in case I find the evolutions for that. Let's toss some refreshes here. Holy Spear, we haven't tried that one yet. Nope. Global crit chance is helpful. Ooh, that has a lot of attack speed. I guess we probably will put that on the main weapon then, so we can get even more explosions out. I probably should have gotten some more weapons before I started putting those on the second one, actually. We still only have 2 now that I think about it. But I really wanted to find the evolution combo for that. There's a banner over here. But yeah, how much crit does that thing give? So we're at 68% on that already, which is way higher than the main weapon, so it seems like a lot. So if we dodge roll, it's now at 70%, so 3% each time. Seems pretty good if we can just keep rolling throughout the level. We can get another damage ability for it. That sounds kind of cool. So all of the abilities would be a lot faster? Oh, that seems pretty good as well. Yeah, let's just get the cooldown for everything on it, I think. 2 piercing, I don't think that works on any of my stuff. We don't actually attack that fast. I'm still trying to find the evolution combo, so I think I'm just going to take some decent global stuff here. Do some refreshes so we can actually find some weapons. How much HP do we have? 40, so that's decent. We can get +8 there. Yeah, I'll take that. A bit of rarity. We really need some more weapons, though. I'll just put that in another slot. And we may as well just toss a shotgun over there for now as well. Weapon damage on every skill use. That'll go nicely with the crit thing over here. We're getting kind of close to the end, so I don't think I'm going to take the greedy stuff in return for losing my main damage type now, though. Yeah, that's way better. I really should have unlocked the other arms earlier. Oh crap, the reverse thing, I forgot. How long does this last? Okay, finally my controls are back. New holy damage ability sounds cool to go with the big cooldown we just got on the last stage. So heals and then 2 different types of damaging abilities for it. We can grab another airstrike, right? I can't buy it. Yeah, I can't click on it for some reason. What the heck? Oh, there we go. So we have all of our weapons now. What do we gain from attaching these? Range and stagger, crit chance and range, holy damage. I don't think we really need any of those. We can toss a flare cannon onto this one, I guess, for some extra explosion stuff. And that is the evolution it looks like for the flare cannon. Oops. We go to the Codex, and then Firestorm is 2 flare cannons. Gives us a bit of extra damage and attack speed. And looks like that's about it. It actually has a shorter range, it looks like. But we need to find some more of those for the main weapon now. Let's see, some global range would be good. I don't think I want to lower the explosion chance on these. That's a lot of global HP. We will lose speed, and enemies are already almost as fast as me, I feel like. Weapon crit chance every time we dodge. That one seems pretty nice. We could start... Oh, actually, I think I can combine one of these over to the main weapon already, can't I? Yeah, so now we have a really good evolved one. We just need to get another weapon over there. And I can't actually make the tier 3 on that since I'm out of spaces, but... +1 onto I guess we'll go onto the shotgun since that lowers explosion quite a bit. Extra crit chance for that. We'll do that on, I guess, the final airstrike over here. And then we'll just toss a shock ball over here for now to fill up our last slots. But we have like 5 different things that scale on the dodge roll like that, so we just have to spam that on cooldown no matter what. %40 range standing inside, that's quite a bit. Or 40% cooldown. Yeah, I kind of want to see what the cross does if we make it as fast as possible. Global HP steal in range, lose a bit of armor, sounds pretty nice. I think it's probably too late for rarity now. Again, start tossing some other stuff onto the airstrike. I wonder if it would be like 2 airstrikes at tier 2 to make the 3rd one then? The only other weapon evolution I saw was like different weapons, so we'll just keep throwing stuff over there. Well, I guess we need that one up to tier 2 first anyways. I don't know that any of those are super helpful. I guess +1 bounce for the shotgun sounds kind of cool. See what else we got. Critical hits cause heavy stagger. I guess we do have a lot of crits on that one and that one. When we start rolling around a lot, we can throw one of those over there. Crit chance in range, that looks pretty good. +1 projectiles, we could toss that over here to make it even better at stunning. Let's do one more reroll, I think. Don't think any of these are super useful. I guess +1 projectiles is fine on the shotgun. It's at 13 or 3, so a 33% increase. Oops. Don't have enough anyways. Alright, let's see what the cross can do now with all that cooldown reduction on it. Extra resources, range. Ooh, lifesteal. Oh, that's like an active ability, it looks like, with a cooldown? I guess it's interesting with the cooldown we have on it. I don't think I like any of these. I guess the holy damage isn't bad on the shotgun. Yeah, it's a decent amount. HP steal and range, that sounds pretty nice. Ooh, holy damage and projectiles. Do we have any bounces there? Yeah, +1. Alright, losing that would actually hurt quite a bit then. Oh, flare cannon, we can evolve that, right? Can I think I'm gonna do this just for science. Oh, that is the tier 3 then, okay. So, Heavenfall Incinerator. Looks like a lot of damage. Attack speed is about the same. Not really sure what all of that changes. Can I see on the codex, actually? Firestorm is like 19, 14.7. Oh, it fires multiple projectiles. Okay, and a burning trail. So the basic stats are almost the same. It just has a bunch of unique bonuses. Neat. Let's do a refresh. Oh, more flare cannons. So we got another tier 2 of those. I can't actually put that over there. Yeah, we need a slot, so I kind of screwed myself on that one. This one bounce. We would lose a lot of holy damage on that one, so probably not ideal. Another flare cannon. We could start building that one up to a tier 3 then. So we just throw the shock maul onto that, I guess. Put this on a new slot. And I guess grab some fire damage. 12 health points, how bad is that actually? About a fourth? Not sure if I want to lose that much. We're kind of close to the end, so I'm not sure pickup does a ton at this point. We'll just take a bit of damage on the tier 3 thing. Yeah, only 13, 14, and 15 left. Ooh, can we go up the stairs? Nope. Enemies lose armor, a chance to block projectiles, it sounds like. Or I gain a bunch of damage in there. 80% chance to block projectiles sounds like quite a bit, since we want to stand in there towards the end of the round anyways. Global resources and XP, probably too late for that. Don't want to lose fire. Ooh, big explosion stats. We can toss that on the new tier 2 thing then. I guess I'm curious what would go with the shotgun. So I guess we'll just toss some random holy guns onto that. See if we can find the evolution over there as well. Pretty nice crit chance. +1 bounces, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's fine on the shotgun. Let's see what else we got. Pretty nice attack speed. Pretty nice attack speed and damage, and those don't even use Pierce, I think, so that's pretty good. For the other Firestorm. Yeah, I'll take the big attack speed as well. Let's see what else we got. I don't think any of these help a ton at this point in the run. Do one more. +1 projectiles. We lose a bounce. I guess it's fine on the airstrike. You lose a bit of fire damage, but +1 projectiles still sounds worth it. Oh, you can change it to an airstrike. Is that at tier 2? How does this work? What? I have no idea what exactly that does. Global lifesteal is nice. Decent damage and attack speed. For the airstrike. Oh, it just fires from above on the shotgun now, okay. I thought I would turn it into the same weapon so that I could then fuse them together for the evolution. I think that actually made the shotgun worse because I had like a bunch of bounces on it. Can't really tell if that's working on it like this because I have so many things coming from the sky already. Faster healing, enemies do less damage. That sounds pretty nice. 33% with how big the area on it is now. Should make us a lot tankier. Decent HP stuff with no downsides. I'm fine with that. I'm not sure I want to lose 10 HP. That's a lot right now. Character skill cooldown after each kill. Oh, we can spam dodge more. That's pretty interesting, actually. I guess we'll toss the machine gun on that, since the shotgun evolves the machine gun. I'm not sure if the machine gun would evolve the shotgun. Oh yeah, it looks like that's the same combo then. Weapons, yeah. So it goes in both directions. And every critical hit. Ooh, global fire damage, that's pretty good. See what else we got. Bit of run speed. Some lifesteal, although we lose a bit of range. I guess that's... Oh, that's just for one weapon, never mind. Weapon damage every time we dodge, that's pretty good. Decent fire damage. Lifesteal and range. Ooh, I do like that, actually. And we'll just toss that onto the low level. Actually, this is the final stage, isn't it? I guess we may as well go over here then. Since I think that's about as strong as we're going to get now. Oh god! He slapped me as I was grabbing something. Alright, let's just chill in the giant dome for the survivability now. Oh, we better get out of whatever that is, actually. Or is that my cross? I thought he was doing like a big circle attack there. That must be the lifesteal thing we added to it. It's constantly pulsing. So that did 7,000, 9,000 on the fully evolved thing, but it took us a while to find that. And then I think we can actually build a bunch of stuff. It's like 4 of those for each of the buildings. But I have no idea what they do. The gunsmith sounds useful. Unlock new weapons during the crusade, revealed through the revelation during combat. Tier 1 weapon, selected at the start of a crusade. Passive ability, advanced loadout. You can start with a tier 2 weapon. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Except I only have 2 cores, so I can't even unlock anything here either. Okay. Sick. What does this do? Remove blessing and upgrades. Storing them for only 50% of their cost. This sounds completely useless. Oh, you can remove some of the starting stuff, so you can basically trim down your deck to make it more focused. Okay. So like for the last run, I could have removed holy and electric and just focused on like fire damage. That could be pretty good, but I think I want to try out more stuff before we mess with that. This one is the standard meta progression stuff. Can I buy anything here? Looks like we might be able to get a few with the relics I have. I think there is a couple unique things in here. You can refresh prayers without spending souls, but it's pretty expensive. Purchase prayer reduces next refresh cost by 5%. Killing strike will not kill you once per wave. Oh, that sounds pretty handy. Your main weapon begins with an enhancer giving 30% damage and range. That seems pretty handy. Yeah, let's try that out, I guess. And then we can get one more cheap thing. Is there like some magic find or something? Rarity? Rarity? Okay, that sounds nice. So we can go Act 3 now. And this guy has a charge attack, driving enemies back and stunning. And then it exposes them. Sounds like a damage buff or something. The main weapon gains extra range. So he seems like... Oh yeah, he can only purchase melee weapons. Well, sounds kind of interesting. We'll try him out. So, Ember Sword, Holy Spear, Shock Maul. I guess those will be the only ones available. Let's try out the Shock Maul. Oh yeah, I saw the damage thing. No, we just have the damage and range I just unlocked, so we don't have to spam the skill if I don't want to here. Yeah, make sure we grab all the souls here so I can hopefully get a new weapon right away. Armor, reduced damage, or extra range. That one seems really good for the synergy with the other upgrades you can get for the aura later on. So I think I like having that one maxed out if we can. We can grab a shock maul to dual wield them. But we probably don't need to lock these since we can only find melee weapons on this guy anyways. I guess you actually do heal pretty fast once it actually gets to the delay. It's just kind of hard to actually avoid taking hits for 3 seconds if you're in the middle of the fight. Extra healing speed, or you can just give it its own heal effects. That sounds handy for the melee guy. I like range and rarity and resources. Let's definitely grab these early on. And then a bit of range for all of our melee weapons. Can make the aura stagger stuff? Those seem kind of small. I'll try out the new ability for it. Stagger range. That sounds kind of nice. Can you get +1 projectiles on the maul? It looks like it has the stat for it. I'm curious what that looks like. Up to 2 projectiles. Seems like it should work. Definitely add some nice range to the main weapon. And then I guess we'll see what else we got. Ooh, early pickup range. I do want that. Don't think we need to lock any of those. Oh, we swing, and then we do another one right afterwards, okay. Now, it looks like the second one actually shoots out an energy wave a ways away as well. Decent attack speeds. Yeah, I'll grab that on the main weapon, and some global range is nice. Probably try and get some more weapons though, we're just getting all passive stuff. Resources and rarity early on is pretty nice though. But I should really look for at least one more weapon. And we got nothing. Please, weapon! 0 weapons, really. I'll take some lifesteal, I think. But we really need some weapons. see, we can strike down nearby enemies, a piercing beam. I think the Judgment's Wrath sounds cool for the aura. Please, give me some weapons. I'll take some Breeze Chance on the second one, that sounds cool. We could actually build that one for like a bunch of different crowd control effects. Could be kind of cool. I guess 22 is pretty cheap for a lot of range on it as well. Please, weapons. Range and lifesteal sounds pretty helpful. I guess I should have locked some of the weapons after all. I thought they would be more common since we can only find melee. But it seems like the overall rarity of weapons hasn't changed at all. They're just only melee. What is that? Resurrection Spire. Or a cooldown sounds nice. Or it can render enemies vulnerable to guaranteed critical strikes. But it's a pretty low chance. Yeah, let's skip the cooldown for everything for now. Although he's locked at 80. Which would be almost 3 times the current amount. That's not bad. Definitely takes some resources and rarity. Yeah, I guess so. We can ignore HP for the rest of the run. See what else we got. Resources and rarity. So we can actually buy some stuff and hopefully find a weapon soon. Jesus, they're just impossible to find now. I don't think I'm gonna lock any of that. That was pretty bad last time, since it seems to slow me down, even though it doesn't say anything about that. But I do like the damage reduction for enemies inside of it. So anything with health points is kind of bad now that we're locked to that. I do like some pickup radius. I guess we'll put some attack speed on this one for the extra freezing. Finally, another shock ball. We could put some stun chance over there. For our crowd control one. I don't really like losing the range. That seems like one of the best stats for the melee weapons. So I'm not sure about that. How much do we have? 36. We could get away with a little since the pickup range will help me get some more souls and buy stuff in this shop. XP gain, enemies are slower, or a new attack for it. That sounds kind of cool. With the cooldown reduction we have. So we can't actually lose the HP on that, right? 80. Get some armor and HP rates. Yeah, we're locked to 80, pretty cool. Pick up range, see what else we got. Even more resources. Global crit chance, grab a Holy Spear for our 4th weapon. That's just for 1 weapon. Ooh, we could do another +1 projectiles. See what this looks like with just a ton of projectiles on it. Up to 3 now. Grab an Ember Sword for the last weapon. Do we have anything with explosion yet? No, so I don't think that would do anything. Pretty nice range on that. Guess I'll put that on the main weapon with all the projectiles and a little bit of armor. So I guess we have to bait out his whirlwind and then go for the chest? Or he's just gonna slap me when I try to grab it? Oh yeah, we're shooting out 2 energy waves with the mace now. Well, guess we don't have the single target damage yet. So, health does nothing. Character skill after kill. Hasn't really seemed super useful yet. Since we can't stun the boss or anything. And I don't know if I want to use up any of my slots for that currently. Definitely want some global range. See what else we got. +1 projectiles? I guess so. A maul that shoots out 4 projectiles. See what else we got. Big range and some armor. That looks pretty nice. See what else we got here, I think. Dodge and speed, we lose some armor. What are we at on those? We could use some of that. Pretty good damage and attack speed for just one weapon. I think I'll take that, and we'll start putting that on the second mole. No, that's a full CC thing. We'll start scaling up this one, I guess, as a second damage weapon. Can add in life-stealing effect to the cross. That sounds cool. Resources and rarity. Might be kind of late for that, but we can push them super high now. Can I see my rarity? 66. 35 resources. These are mostly all just for one weapon. 46% range is a lot, though. Put that on the new damage weapon. And see what else we got. I don't think Pierce does anything for these, does it? We could put some holy damage onto the spear, though. Let's see what else we got. Tier 3 grenade launcher. Massive explosion chance and radius, but loses some damage. You know what? We could put that on the second damage maul and have that be like a full AoE damage weapon. Sounds kind of cool. Global lifesteal is nice. Bit of speed and dodge. Crit chance and range looks pretty nice. Although we lose some damage. Grab that. So we've got a single target weapon, a crowd control weapon, and an explodey AoE hammer now. attack speed, a divine shock that can stun and guarantee crits on them, or some damage. Does sound kind of interesting now that we have some cooldown for it. Should trigger a bit more often. The HP on that's useless to me, so that actually does almost nothing. This one bounce. Does that work on any of these? I wouldn't think so. It does have a projectile count. I guess I'm curious. Electric damage, range. Oh, right. We need to get some weapons to see if we can find the evolutions now. So that gives us an electro hammer. 150% damage to range enemies. Pickup range. I think we're getting close to the end now. Probably not going to grab that anymore. Speed and pickup. Oh, and we can't even lose the health on that. That's pretty cool. Dodge and speed is pretty nice. I don't know why that's available when we already have one of those. And that wouldn't do anything now. Let's see what else we got. Range, definitely. We can put that over here for the tier 2. Since that has so many upgrades on it. Crit chance and range is pretty nice. Armor on the way out. So it seems like most of the weapon evolutions are just combining the same ones then. Or at least for 2 of the 3 I've done so far. I don't think I got all of the flags, but I don't even see where the 4th one is. Ah well, we'll get the head stuff eventually anyways. Big range for all the other effects sounds pretty nice on the aura. Global crits. That does nothing. Don't think that really works on these. Up in elemental to fire. That would be terrible. We have so much reduced fire damage actually. Nope. Global lifesteal sounds nice. Don't think I really want to lose the range here. Global range and armor is quite nice, though. Global crits. Decent electric onto the AoE hammer. Shock ball. We can go here. If I were to combine those, it would be like a CC weapon and an AoE. I guess that's fine. Curious if that does make the tier 3. So Stormbreaker, 50% chance to attack twice. Don't think I want any of these. Kind of need another weapon now. Ember Sword, we can grab that and then combine them later on. +1 projectiles, we could toss that onto the spear, I guess? Yeah. Big range onto something. We could put that on the Stormbreaker. Although we do lose the electric. We'll just toss that onto the spear then, so it has no downside. A lot of electric damage. We can afford to lose a little bit of lifesteal on Stormbreaker though. Armor's fine. A lot of lifesteal and damage, lose a bit of armor and dodge. That seems reasonable. We can lock that for later. Don't think we need to lock any of those. Although the bounce would be cool on the spear, since we have some extra projectiles on that. If it works. Chance of blocking projectiles. Probably too late for extra resources. Let's go attack speed. We have plenty of CC on the one hammer anyways. Some global movement. Grab the lifesteal and damage. Damage and attack speeds. The spear has infinite pierces, right? Yeah, so there's not much downside to putting that on it. Piercing. Not sure that works on any of these. Yeah, I don't think so. Dodge with no downside. Speed and pickup range with no downside since we have the locked HP. This one, projectiles. We could toss that on the sphere as well. Or the Stormbreaker, actually. Ooh, yeah. Global lifesteal. Global dodge. What does a laser do? I'm very curious about that. Let's toss it onto one of the swords, I guess. See what happens. Laser fire sword. Fire and explosion radius. Probably not. Holy spear. Can we combine these? Lance. 150% to melee enemies. And then I guess we could lock that for later, maybe? Gain a bit of armor regen with no downside with the HP locked. It's not bad. So we can combine the swords, right? Inferno Blade. 150% damage to big enemies. And then we can try to combine, I guess, a spear? If we find one more of them. What does this gain if we put it on a weapon? Extra stagger, pierce, range, and electric. I guess we may as well just upgrade that one a little bit. The stats are okay for it. Extra projectiles, that seems fine for the spear. Yeah. Oh, there's the other spear. So we get a tier 2, and then we have a Sanctum Pike, 50% chance to attack twice. Then we need another weapon to fill that out if we can. Skill use increases weapon damage. I guess that's fine, actually. Onto the fire swords. Okay, new ember swords. +3 projectiles, ooh. Although, unfortunately, all the good stuff is already filled up. HP steal attack speed. What is my crit at? I guess it's fine. Should make me basically immortal. Doesn't look like there's anything to collect around here. $20,000 on the weapon locked to tier 2, 25,000 even though we built that one for a lot of crowd control and AoE. So I guess the tiers do make a pretty huge difference. 5,000, 36,000, even though we were kind of focused on electric stuff. The spear went pretty hard there with all the extra projectiles on it. 765. Let's see, we can unlock 2 buildings, it looks like. Check the unlock requirements for each character. Why would I spend resources on that? Finish Act 4. Okay, it looks like it's just completing the higher difficulty stuff. Is that everything? This is the last building, I think, the Shrine. New blessings that may appear during the Crusade, first revealed through the Sermon of Revelation during combat before they can be unlocked. Relics. Most of those seem like just basic stat increases. A lot of crit on that one. Let's see, 15. That's almost everything I have just for one unlock. Probably just rather get some of the passive stat increases first, I guess. Oh, where is the tier 2 starter weapon thing? That would be pretty cool. Tier 2? Oh, I can't even afford that. Alright, so we'll get some extra resources so I can buy more upgrades, I guess. And XP, I guess? More levels. Yeah, that's all I can afford. So, Act 4 now. Ooh, new boss, 2 mini-bosses. Transport the charged core to the relay and activate the discharge fields. So this guy vanishes in a flash of electricity, burst of lightning that damages and staggers nearby enemies, and he changes the starting weapon to electric. So we could try like a ranged electric build, and we could get like a machine gun and convert that to electric. Could be pretty cool. And then just fill in the rest of the weapons with stuff like that. Ooh, what is that big portal? Nothing, apparently. Let's get some healing on the cross for now, in case we get into trouble. Another machine gun. Toss that over there, and I guess we'll lock another one. And we could actually lock the shotgun, since that's actually a combo with it. It gets you the Twin Blast. Significant value from a machine gun, crit chance on kill. Additional resources. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know how to make the tier 3, so we'll have to experiment with that later on. Oh right, we're trying to get the electric weapons. To go with the damage conversion. Oh crap, we need to grab souls. Almost out of time. I guess we'll take some minus enemy damage in there, since later on you seem to fight in the aura for a pretty long time. So does the machine gun combine with that one as well? Oh yeah, I guess so. Autocannon. Crit chance on kill, multiple projectiles in a straight line. So I guess we'll just unlock that. I don't really have that many souls anyways, and try to make a tier 3 lightning machine gun. We definitely won't lower the electric, and that's useless, so we'll just head out for now. Aura cooldown seems to be pretty nice so far. Grab another machine gun. And then we want to try and find the electric stuff, I think. A bit of HP might be kind of helpful. We only have 30 by default. Global lifesteal is pretty nice. That's a lot of electric and crit chance. We'll probably lock that. Go ahead and grab that. And then I don't think we're gonna lock anything else here. I don't know what that's for. Are we supposed to return that to my cross? Or something? Like, drops when I dash. I don't know how I'm gonna get it over there. Nope, I have no idea what that's for. Maybe there's something else on the level we take that to. Since it doesn't seem to do anything on its own. Oh, maybe we take it to the portal-looking thing. But I'm out of time now. Rip. Let me get some big electric and crits. Let's see, +1 projectiles. That's probably pretty nice. Decent crit chance, or electric damage, I mean. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. Kind of have to use my dash for damage here since I don't really have any AoE yet. Big range on the aura sounds nice. +1 bounce. We do lose some range, but that sounds pretty cool. Do we have anything that lowers that? Looks good. I don't think we're gonna use any of that later on. Health at 80. That would be over double my current amount, and that actually seemed pretty good last time. I don't mind that. We could make a tier 3 machine gun. I don't know if it's worth it that early on, but I am curious. Gatling. 100% attack speed over time, multiple projectiles in a line, and then the electric conversion. You might want to grab the Ember Sword just so we have another weapon here. And then probably just head out. Ooh, that's cool actually at tier 3. Although, I have to actually stand super far back so we can get them in the middle of the cup. Big aura range sounds nice. Big electric and range for everything. That's pretty good. I don't think I want those. HP, steel, and range is not bad though. So we're done with machine guns now. We just want to get the other electric stuff if possible. Don't think I want either of those either. I guess we could grab a shock ball. Resources and rarity. Ooh, that's a lot to get early on. Even though the range does hurt a bit. Speed, armor, stagger. Let's try out the stagger thing with all the AoE and cooldown we've been going for. We could grab another fire gun just to fill out the weapon slots a little bit for now. Don't think I want any of those. Electric and crit is really good. HP and attack speed, don't mind that. Don't think I want those though. We lose some lifesteal, but I'm not sure HP regen is the most useful here. Resources and XP. We do lose some electric. Might be worth it early on though. Although we can't get both of those. So I'd probably just take the thing with no downside since we're trying to do full electric anyways. I think I'd probably add in some more AoE stuff to that, like some bouncing or something. Or like a big attack speed or something. I could toss that onto the maul though. Seems reasonable for AoE damage. Man, lifesteal is insane. Oh, we can see if I can bring that to the portal thing now. Except I'm insanely slow and I can't dash now. I'm gonna have to dash out of those chargers. There's so many projectiles and so many charges, I don't even know if we can make it over there. Power relay and 4 cores. Holy damage. Sure. Speed and pickup. We would lose a lot of HP currently. About a third of my entire HP. Probably not. I'll grab some resources and some rarity. Range is kind of nice to have on the maul. So it cleaves a lot further away. Ooh, big attack speed. That's kind of what I'm looking for on the minigun. I guess explosion chance would actually be pretty cool as well. Yeah, I guess we'll try that on the minigun. Range for the maul again. That's a decent amount of HP since we haven't found the lock thing again yet. That's a lot of lava. Big electric and crit chance is fantastic. Resources and rarity. +1 projectiles. We're already at 4 on there, so not a big deal. But onto the shock maul would be pretty nice. Big range. Could put that on a different element. Haven't really messed around with the Magnum much yet, so we could try that out a bit. Scalding crossbow. We could probably just save the last slot for now. Don't know if I want any of these. I guess that's quite a bit of fire damage for it. I'll do a bit more resources. Oh, we're in the aura. Guess we will just take some health at this point. Grab a tier 2 shock maul for the damage to ranged enemies. Let's see what else we got. Actually, up to 100% damage based on dashing around. Yeah, that's pretty good. This one, projectiles. Guess we'll toss that onto the maul. Plus 3 projectiles. Yup. And a bit of lifesteal and HP stuff. HP delay, a life-stealing aura, or slower enemies. Sounds kind of nice to kite them inside of the aura. I'll do a little bit more rarity. We finally got another ranged lightning weapon. Let's see what else we got. Holy damage and projectiles. Nah, we don't really have anything for that. That's the shock disc. Oh, 64 explosion chance, 320 radius. I guess we'll try that on the new thing. Try and build that up a bit before the end. And I'll just combine that onto the Magnum and have another electric weapon here. Bit of lifesteal. See what else we got. Some HP stats. We could get the explosion radius, but kind of expensive. Nah. Lifesteal and attack speed is decent. Don't mind some of that. Even though we'll have very low crit now. What the heck is that? I need a little bit more dash cooldown to dodge everything. Oh, you can stand in the middle of that attack, okay. Wow, my single target is garbage. We did like 10% of his HP. 20%! That is a cool boss for a Bullet Heaven, though. Let's do some damage since we clearly need that. Big range. Do I have any piercing? Little bits on that. But, oh well. Oh, it's one weapon. Missed that. So we'll put that on... No, I still need a slot to upgrade that, actually. Pierces on every critical hits. Are any of those pretty high? Not really. Take some HP, see what else we got. Crit chance and range is pretty nice. Damage and attack speeds. I'll put that on the new lightning weapon. Shock Maul. We need that to upgrade that at some point. We can do a tier 2 Magnum for now. And then I guess just put the recharger over there. Grab that, and we need one more for a tier 3 Maul now. Actually, lifesteal and range is pretty handy. We'll lock that as well. Big attack speeds. Oh, you can get damage conversions in the shop as well. But we definitely don't want holy. Grab the lifesteal and range, and then I think we refresh. That's a lot of damage loss. Don't think I want any of these. Probably too late to get more greedy stuff now. Crit attack freezing. Let's try putting that on the other lightning thing we're doing. Lifesteal and attack speed's fine. Don't think I want any of these. I guess armor's fine. +1 projectiles. We could toss that over here. Wait, do I have explosion? Yeah, I guess we don't want that because of the downsides then, actually. I could put that on the Magnum. Yeah, it's fine. Global electric is pretty good. And we could try to get a tier 3 on that. I guess I would have to combine the vortex emitter into something else. Would this even leave me enough slots here? Oh, we wasted a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, it keeps part of the passives. Okay. Interesting. So if you wanted to make the ultimate weapon ever, you would put a bunch of passives on it first and then combine it? Even though you lose part of the value? See what else we got. +1 projectiles. If we have something that doesn't mind losing the Pierce, that's pretty good. I guess the Maul would be fine then? One more reroll. Oh, actually, that's a lot of range and armor. Sure. Then we can't get anything else anyways. It's just camping me with the red circles, I can't move. Where was the portal thing? Oh, right there. Thought it was somewhere over here. Minus armor. So combined with the damage and attack speed, we'll do crazy damage inside of the aura now. Ooh, Shock Ball. Tier 2 and Tier 3. Stormbreaker. Global electric damage. That's not terrible, but nah. Multi-shot coil, 4 bounces on crits. Oh man, I wish I hadn't reduced my crit so much now. Still have 20%. But we also don't have any great weapons for that. We definitely want the global electric and crits. And I guess we'll just toss it on the Magnum anyways. The blaster. Shock disc, we can see the tier 2 on that now. Oh wait. We can do tier 3 Magnum, yeah. Super blaster. 50% chance to attack twice. And then we can still grab the tier 2 on that. 100% explosion chance on a critical hit. I think this is the last stage, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I can't control my movements. That's crazy. Oh, it inverted my controls when he does that. So I have to dodge the circles with backwards controls. Oh, the poison icon is what causes that. Jesus, yeah, it's hard. I guess I should say the dash for only his melee attack. It does like 70% of my HP. Bad time for the backwards thing. And we're actually going to time out because he's at half HP. I guess it counts as winning still. We got the new hero. Yeah, it says complete. Even though my damage was sad there. The electric Gatling was pretty cool, but I guess the damage wasn't great. 11,000? Although there weren't many summons there. It's really just the one big guy for the most parts. 14,000, 23,000 on the Stormbreaker. 37, even though you're full electric with minus 57 fire. And that still did that much more than anything else. That seems a bit off. With minus 57 fire damage. Okay. Gate has been sealed, blah blah blah. Expedition table and order board will offer new contracts, challenges, difficulty levels, game modes. Okay, so there might be more stuff then? Oh, weekly contracts and daily challenges and the future updates. Seasons, new game modes, leaderboards, regions, contracts, challenges, difficulty levels, new Templars, rewards, and much more. So it looks like there's a pretty big roadmap. Can I even unlock anything? Explode in 4.5 meters. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Sure, why not? Let's see, can we get any cool meta stuff like the tier 2 starting weapon now? Nope, we don't even have enough of those. So just some tiny passive stats then. I'll take some range to make the melee weapons a bit better. Attack speeds. Movement speed is nice. Ooh. Refresh increases the chance of getting a weapon you already have. That would make getting weapon combinations a lot easier. But that's about all we have for now. A little bit of crit chance. So Nightmare mode now. 50% metagain and enemies gain new abilities. This guy has a fire dash, igniting the ground and leaving fire. And he converts the first weapon to fire. Is that exploding thing available here? Nope. Okay, so we could try one of these converted to fire. Maybe a fire shotgun would be cool? Let's do some aura range here. Well, I guess we try and grab the Magnum again, since that's also fire. That seems pretty crazy on the last run, even with minus 60%. But we can't really afford anything currently. I'm trying to play more, but I can't. Let me grab some healing. The Magnum. I don't think I want those. Dodge is okay, but I'd probably rather find another weapon. Like another Magnum would be fantastic. And I don't think we're gonna grab anything else yet. That'll help a bit. We just need to kill fast enough we can actually get some souls to buy some stuff. I just started Nightmare difficulty, which is the second one. But yeah, the early game can be a bit difficult. I'll do, I guess, the stagger inside the aura. And then I'll get a Magnum condom for my massive gun. And we'll probably just keep them separate for now so I can shoot as much as possible. Global fire is nice. And I think we'll head out with that. I think what I need to do on the early stages is just focus on collecting as many souls as possible instead of going for the objectives. Ember Swords. Bounces, loses some HP steal and explosion. I guess that's fine on the Magnum. Oh, if we're gonna upgrade that as well, I should probably just go ahead and combine them. So that works on the upgraded version. Yeah, let's just focus on farming souls on the first few stages, I think. Get all of the weapons done a little bit faster. Although there is a book over there. And I do like books. And there's a shrine over there. Let's do the debuff aura inside of there, I think. Flare cannon. Sure. How much HP do we have? 30. That's quite a bit. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, another magnum gun. Then I think we will head out. Let's do some cooldown reduction for the aura. And then we can get a tier 3 magnum already, right? Blaster. Super blaster. We can get tier 2 airstrike. And then I'll do some early pickup range, and we're almost broke. Ooh, fire and explosion radius. Sounds pretty cool. +2 piercing. It has 6 by default, and I'm not sure we'll be lining up like 8+ enemies at a time, so that's kind of hard to do. So the circle gets a bunch of different effects, which you get every time you level up and choose the points at the end of the round. You can add a bunch of different utility, like healing effects, debuffs on enemies in there, and buffs for yourself. And you can add a few different damage effects to it. I think so far I've made it a bit bigger and added some healing to it. And I think I made enemies a little bit slower inside of it as well. But you sort of customize it on every run depending on the upgrades you go. Man, having a leap attack on all of the trash mobs is super annoying. I need to get in there for the souls. Ah, God. Too greedy. That leap attack is rough, man. Let's try a different weapon. I'm not sure about the shotgun there. Not sure about that guy either. I like the dash attack on the very basic guy, I think. And then we can just try out something we haven't used yet. Let's do the cutter. Alright, I need to actually dodge roll to get the damage boost this guy has on the basic weapon. Take some aura range here. Let's just have the 2 cutters for now. Then I guess we'll head out. Yeah, it's pretty fun so far. It's 91% positive on Steam when I checked earlier before the stream. So that's actually very high for a new Bullet Heaven. Oh, we need to grab a bunch of souls here for the weapons. Let me get some aura cooldown, I think. Pickup range early on is nice. Can I get a weapon with that? I'll just grab an Ember Sword. Let's add some healing. And grab a Magnum. Some global lifesteal is nice. Decent crits. Get some more aura range for now. We could add explosions to the bouncing disc. Could be pretty cool. Electric is pretty junk. I will take some rarity early on, and then I guess we'll combine them since we have a bunch of upgrades on that now. So that gives it permanent damage on kill. Up to 50. That seems like quite a bit. Yeah, there is contact damage, I think. There definitely is on the trash mobs. I'm not sure on the bosses. I think the bosses have to actually, like, do an attack animation at you. Which makes it actually pretty easy to reactively, like, dodge roll out of their attacks. Sniper rifle pierces through 2 enemies. Okay. I don't know that we really need range on any of these weapons yet. Plus 1 projectiles, we would lose explosion chance, so I wouldn't put that over there. But doubling the projectiles on the sniper rifle sounds pretty nice. See what else we got, I think. Another sniper rifle, we could lock that. And grab the early resources and rarity. Can I turn that off? It's kind of annoying. I don't think there's anything for the heart beating. Other than just the basic special effects. Let's do some extra resources early on. Okay, the tier 2 sniper rifle bounces on critical hit up to 4 times. I'll do some dodge and speed. Ooh, skill use gives weapon crit, that's pretty good as well. We could put that on the sniper rifle to try and get the extra bounces. Once I have money for it. Yeah, I just started the second difficulty, and I don't really have that much meta progression. And of course, I just started a couple hours ago, so I'm pretty noob still. Let's do, I think, some armor reduction inside the aura, since the bosses were so tanky last time. Cutter. We can start working towards the tier 3 on that. We can get a tier 2 Magnum. Although we do have some fire reduction, right? Yeah, from the resource thing. So they might not be great long term. Grab the crits, and I guess we probably will just put that on the main weapon. Oh, right, I should have done the sniper rifle. Oh well. We could probably find another one of those anyways. Explosion radius would work on the explosive missile stuff. So that might not be bad. +2 pierce could be good over there. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Oh, we have the tier 3 cutter as well. I didn't see that at first. 50 damage permanently based on kills. Overkills cause explosions. And then the stacking stuff based on dashing around. Yeah, I guess I'll grab that. Try and stack some explosion stuff for the passive things we're adding in. I think I'm dead. My dash cooldown's so long for their attacks. Ow. I just got slapped. Man, right when we got the tier 3 too. So it looks like I need a bit more survivability there. I guess armor? Is there any lifesteal in here, actually? That would be really helpful. Doesn't look like it. Ah well, we'll grab some HP then. I might need to farm a bit before the second difficulty because that was rough, man. Let's try out the Holy Blink guy here. And we can convert something, so... we'll grab the Magnum there, I guess. I'll do the range since it's so hard to stay in the aura. That seems like one of the most important stats here. Magnum. I guess we'll go ahead and combine those since it has a big damage upgrade there. Machine gun would be pretty good. We'll lock that for later. Yeah, I think that was when I was like running in to try and grab all of the souls right before the round ended though. So it was like a kind of greedy thing that I could have avoided if I needed to. But that boss just straight up slapped me even when I was trying to avoid everything there. Let's grab some healing on it. Resources and rarity early on is nice. I can grab a weapon with that. So we'll get, I guess, the sniper rifle actually for the piercing. Might help more with AoE then. And then we'll grab the machine gun for a full holy gun build. Oh, some of those guys go invisible. Interesting. Although you can kind of see their outline. Maybe the holy stuff will scale with the stuff we're getting as well. That could be kind of cool if it does. Grab a machine gun and a sawed-off shotgun. Let's see, how much is 8? Pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna lock that though, and I really need to get as much damage as possible. Another holy thing? Sure. 11 HP is quite a bit. I think I'll take that. Bounce is kind of cool, but we would lose a lot of damage. Not sure if that would be worth it. Let's see what else we got. Big holy damage there. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Onto the Magnum. To one more refresh. Another shotgun. Let's lock that for later. Looks like we can grab all of these. Shotgun. Looks like it just improves the stats on that sniper rifle. Bounce on critical hits and machine gun. Multiple projectiles in a straight line, and permanent crit chance on kill. +2 piercing. That could be pretty helpful onto Magnum, autocannon, or the shotgun. Yeah, we'll lock that. I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to bring this all the way over there, but I guess we'll try a little bit early on. Yeah, I'm taking way too much damage. We need to get some lifesteal before I can try something like that, I think. Let's do aura cooldown for all the holy effects we have on it. 11 HP is quite a bit for now. Holy Spear for our... Although, I guess we'll kind of need a slot to evolve those to tier 3, won't we? Let's grab the piercing onto... The shotgun has none by default, so that'll be a big upgrade. Rarity and XP. We do lose some crits, but that's a lot of long-term greed stuff. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, holy damage explosion radius. Sure. I guess that's probably worth locking as well for the global stats. Yeah, holy grenade launcher would be perfect. Ooh, lifesteal and reduced damage. I'll try that since we have the cooldown reduction to go with it. Global Holy. Finally, some lifesteal. Decent range as well. Pretty nice attack speeds. We could toss that on the Magnum. Rarity and lifesteal. I like those. He attacks a bit faster than my dash, so I can only do it like every other attack, it looks like. I at least have some lifesteal this time. Well, I guess we can outlast him with the lifesteal at least. But it's so hard to damage him. Let's grab some attack speed. So we can get even more lifesteal. Oh, we got another conversion thing. If I could get another weapon, we could try converting something if I really wanted to. But we're already full holy anyway, so not really that important. Let's see, this has 2 projectiles. I'll just upgrade the Magnum again. Shotgun. Oh, we have both of them. Can I, like, combine these in the shop? Does this work if we put them on one at a time? Nope. I wasted both. Oh wait, that's not even the wrong weapon, or the right weapon. Lag. Holy damage. Ooh, freezing. We could put that on the autocannon. That should be a lot of freezing. What did we give it? A bunch of holy damage and crit chance and range. It's actually not bad because it attacks so fast. The base damage is pretty good. Ooh, lifesteal. Holy Spear, up to tier 2. Global crit. Chance on range, lose a bit of damage. That's not bad. Global lifesteal. 39% range. We could toss that onto the spear, maybe? $11 HP is still a good amount. I do like the dodge and speed though, so he can get around and avoid a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to drop that. I need my dashes back. Let's do enemy armor reduction. Holy damage. Oh wait, that's a tier 2 weapon, isn't it? Huh. I guess we will sell the sniper and try that out since it sounds interesting. And also just put it on one of these to gain 5 flat damage, pretty good range. That's only 23 base damage. That's pretty significant. And then we can try that out over here. 100% explosion chance with massive radius. Interesting. Let's see, the spear has infinite piercing, so we can put that on it for free. Plus 2 pierce, do we need that on anything? Be good on the autocannon. Armor and pickup, we do lose some range. I think I'm fine getting the pickup range so we can just buy more stuff though. 3 projectiles. Where do we want to put that? Oh, the Devastator. We could bring that up to 4 times as many. I don't know if it's good since we just got it, but that could be crazy. Holy damage and projectiles, that's pretty good. We are pretty good on projectiles on most things. But it does have some good holy damage as well. I think I'll do probably the Devastator as well. And then crit chance and range is pretty good. We'll save that for later. It's so hard to deliver this thing on Nightmare. Ooh, resources. Yeah, the crit chance in range, lifesteal in range, lose a bit of armor though. I think we like have enough base projectiles. I wouldn't take one with a decent downside as well at this point. Oh, there is a grenade launcher. And it's a weapon if we don't attach it, right? So if I get rid of like the shotgun? Let's put that onto the Devastator. Oh, it's an attachment only. Okay. Well, we can put that on the Devastator since it has so much explosion radius, I guess. The explosion chance will be kind of wasted. Maybe I'll just put it on something else then. The autocannon, I guess. Holy damage and projectiles is really good. Do some more on the autocannon. And we'll need to find another weapon. Resources and XP is fine. Good chance in range. What's my damage at? I guess it's fine still. It's a lot of crits. So basically you convert any of your holy weapons into a holy grenade launcher. Big aura range, that'll make it a lot easier to stay in it. Magnum, we still need 2 of those. And then I guess I'll try adding those to the autocannon and see if this works or not. Since I am curious about that. We have 2 machine guns on it, so probably not. Holy damage and explosion. Oh, that's quite good now. I'm gonna pick up HP, steel, and armor. Or range, I mean. Rarity. Get more HP and resources. Pierces on every crit. Do we have anything with good crits? Yup, everything. That has infinite piercing. Could do the Devastator, that only has 1 piercing. Two pierce, but you lose some damage. I think we are okay on that for now. Sawed-off shotgun, we got rid of that. I'll just scrap some range here, I suppose. Hex block? Interesting. I guess we'll get stagger here. That'll make it a bit easier to keep them off me inside the aura. Another pierce on every crit. I might just put that on the Magnum and see what happens when we eventually combine those. Crit chance in range. I think that's still fine. Resources and rarity. Projectiles, but we lose some stats that we actually have a lot of. Oh, Devastator, tier 3, right? The Annihilator. Every third attack stuns an enemy. Let's see, something that we're not putting Explosion onto would be the Lance. Lose a bunch of HP, probably not. That's fine, and Holy's good. Weapon to fire, nope. Resources and rarity. Projectiles, but lose Pierce. I guess because this pierces on every crit. That should be infinite for that effect. But it also has 6 projectiles already. I'll just toss that onto the spear then. Speed and pickup range. How much HP is that? Quite a bit. I'll take the Holy in range. And I think that's good for now. We could grab +1 bounce at the cost of a bit of damage onto something. Maybe the autocannon? No, we still need to get that to tier 3. If we can. Hex block is still there. Let's do minus damage, I think. To Holy. Oh, we already have that for the Magnum. We can do this over here. And actually, I might see what happens if we add some more upgrades to it before combining them. +1 bounce. We would lose explosion though. We don't have any of that on that weapon, so I guess that's actually fine. I guess I want the full effect of that on the weapon though. So we'll put that there just to make sure. Don't think we want any of those. I I think I have enough base projectiles. Oh, crit chance until the end of the wave. I'm curious what would happen if we put that on before merging them. Bits of armor. Don't really need any of those. Global crits. We are at 89. Crit chance for just one weapon, nah. See what else we got. Oh yeah, we may as well just put whatever we can on that. Global range. Holy damage and range. Don't think I want any of these. HP steal and range is decent. Big explosion stats. Let's... Oh, those are both global upgrades. Well, that's a weapon. We can put that onto this one to get maxed out explosion chance and a lot of radius. We'll have to give up on the tier 3 for that, but it's getting pretty late, so it might not happen anyways. And then let's see what happens with all of these carried over to the tier 3. Okay, I guess the crit thing doesn't really do much. Oh well, good to know. Oh god, I need to save that for the attacks. This basic attack hits so hard. Has everything hit so hard? I'm like so close to getting one shot, but we might be able to drain tank. I did it, even though we almost got one shot like 20 times there. So we had 67 HP. Seems like you'd want a little bit more to be comfortable on Nightmare. Magnum did 139,000. Annihilator did 14,000, 11,000, 19,000. Yeah, the Magnum seems like the best weapon out of the ones I've tried so far. We did a very good upgrades there. And that one wasn't fully filled out. But nothing else is even remotely close to it. So these are upgrades for just one weapon. Breaks the enemy's shell? I don't know what that is. I think I'd prefer the global upgrades that just work all the time. We could actually get one big thing. 30 souls, 1 sheet death. Prayers cost 8% less. 60% chance to get a weapon you already carry. That sounds pretty good. 10% reduced refresh costs. Start with a tier 2. I think I like that one so you can get lots of combinations throughout the run. And then that's everything I had. Can we even get one of these? Nope. Alright, Act 2 finally. Deploys an energy field that halts enemies, locking them in place. And he starts with the cooldown reduction thing after each kill. He replaces the arms with drones that deal electrical damage in a radius. Interesting. Alright, let's try him out. And I guess we'll go electrical to try to synergize with the drone thing. Let's try the shock disc. Oh, this has lifesteal by default on the recharger. Okay, let's do that. Let's do some aura range here. Shock ball is electrical. And we can't afford anything else anyways. The cooldown reduction thing on the main weapon, yeah. So we want that one to have a lot of AoE damage if possible. We're at cooldown. Resources. Let's see what else we got. We could do the electric damage onto one of them. We could probably get some better upgrades later on, though. I'll just grab a cutter to help me get through the early game for now. Aura range. Global electric. Although I guess we're a lot more likely to find weapons I already have now. So if I could just keep it to the electric stuff, that might be more helpful. We can do tier 2 recharger. Looks like that just improves the base stats on it. And I guess we will lock the cutter. extra resources early on. Double cutter. It gives permanent damage on kill. I will reduce enemy damage inside the aura, I think. You know, that one actually saved us on the last run, didn't it? Since he was almost one-shotting me inside the aura. Let's see, big range would be cool on the hammer. 24 is a lot of HP, isn't it? That's like over 50% more. I don't like losing the speed, but that's so much survivability right now. I think I will take that. I do want the pickup range, but I'm gonna be so slow. We can get basically everything here if I want it. A lot of damage and attack speeds, lose 1 piercing. I guess... oh, that does have 1 piercing. That's fine on the hammer, no real downside to that. And then we can lock that since I'm lowering the speed so much with some of the other upgrades. So that hopefully we don't get too slow. I think I might already be too slow. Either that, I don't have enough AoE damage yet. Rip. I don't even know what I do there, I just got smashed. Can't afford anything here anyways. I don't know that I really liked him, but maybe with a different weapon? Let's try out the Twin Spark and see what that does. Let's do some healing here to help get through the early game. Let's keep those separate for now, I guess, to get a lot more shots. And lock the shock maul since those are pretty good for AoE. Barely got everything there. Let's do the minus damage, I think, here. Shock maul. And we can't even afford anything else. Oh, I have a hammer drone now, that's so cool. Or a cooldown. And we'll go ahead and combine some twin sparks. That just improves the base stats, it looks like. Could use some pickup range, so I think I'll lock that for later. I kind of just want to get like an entire army of hammer drones though. I'll do the early XP gain. Pickup range. And I guess we'll just see what the tier 2 spark does already. Or the tier 3. Increase damage over time up to 100%. Okay. See if we can get some more weapons, hopefully. Ooh, another hammer drone. Don't mind if I do. Then I guess we'll actually lock the range. We'll lose a lot of electric as well. Maybe not. But I do like having a lot of range on the hammer. I seriously doubt I can get that thing to the circle. We have 0 life steal and I'm very slow and I don't really have that much damage yet. Probably just die going for that. It's kind of close. Maybe if we go like in between 2 waves of enemies. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. Even though I'm still super weak. Hammer drones, new best friends. Let's do aura range. I'll do some XP and pickup range. This one bounce, would that be good on anything? We already have 2 on that. Downsides aren't that bad. I definitely want some speed since we're lowering that a lot, and another weapon. And then I don't think I'm gonna say that. You mean like the animation for it takes a long time, or it looks stupid, or what? It definitely slows down your character a lot, which makes it pretty difficult to do early on. Ooh, double shock ball. I guess we probably will just go ahead and bring those up to tier 3 as well. Stormbreaker, 50% chance to attack twice. Very nice global electric and crits. For just one weapon? I don't think so. Ooh, nice range and armor. That's super nice. I think we'll grab the pickup radius first so I can get souls, and then lock that. That's a pretty big damage loss. I'm not sure if I want that. Probably not. How much is 12 HP? A third of my entire HP. I don't think we can afford that. There is no way I'm getting that to the objective. I think probably armor here. Grab the range and armor, resources. See what else we got. Big electric and range is very good. Don't think I want any of those. Another recharger would give us a tier 2 of those. Some range for the Stormbreaker is pretty nice. So that just upgrades the base stats. Explosion chance and a radius. That might be cool on the shock string since that has decent projectiles and bouncing. A lot of opportunities to explode on that. Pretty nice electric damage and range. Would definitely want that. Yeah, I guess I'll lock it. I'm definitely not getting that thing to the circle against the beast. That guy is a beast. Although if we could kill him in a decent amount of time, maybe. Have to try and hang around the aura and dodge his basic attacks whenever possible. That's so much damage when my dodge is on cooldown. I'll do some extra resources since it's still decently early. Speed to help with all of the speed we've been losing. And yeah, I think explosion onto the shock string. Damage and attack speeds could go anywhere. Do lose a pierce switch that has, so we'll probably just put it on the Stormbreaker then. Nice electric and crit's really good. Another hammer. I'll grab that and lock the hammer because the little drones wielding hammers is just too cool to pass up. I think stagger here to buy us some space on the aura. Another shock maul. Bounces on critical hits. Is anything a good crit? Not really. The Mega Charger's not bad at 30%. We could probably work with that. Electric damage. Let's see what else we got. It's 2 piercing. That could be decent there. Twin Spark, we have that fully upgraded, so I'm just trying to get another hammer and the Mega Charger, I think. 1 projectiles, does lose crits. Probably one of those 2. That one has 2 projectiles, 2. We don't want to lose the crit there since it has the bouncing thing now. But I guess we could just put that on Stormbreaker. Don't think we want any of these. Oh, I do need some more speed though. Recharger. Yeah, that's what we need for that. Big range for the aura, pretty nice. Dodge and speed, and I guess armor and pickup's pretty handy. Losing the range does suck, but we can probably get some more of that later on with the extra souls. Resources, and then some more pickup. Was I putting explosion under something? Yeah, there. So we'll do another of those. Now it has 80% explosion chance and double the radius. I'll do a bit more pickup range. Can't move, there's so many red circles. Okay, it looks like we're picking up souls as soon as they drop now. So we might be okay on pickup radius. Let's do the aura range here. That gets us a tier 3 recharger, I think. Every third attack freezes an enemy and bounces on critical hits. Do some rarity. I guess explosion radius for that thing might be okay. 5 health is a lot, actually. 1/7 of my total HP. Airstrike. I don't know what that would even do for these. So now we probably just want hammers for the other weapons. There's one of them. Oh, health is locked to 80. That would double my HP and let us get some upgrades that lower your HP with no downside. So that's useless now. Nah. Electric and range is quite good. Damage and attack speed is pretty good. We can toss that onto the Stormbreaker. Armor, just in case. That 80 HP item has honestly seemed really good in all the runs I've gotten it so far. As long as you're not like stacking HP before you find it. But it just gives you so much HP without really a ton of investment. I think we'll grab speed, I guess? Actually, let's toss a reroll here. Ooh, electric damage. Okay, that's good. Explosion radius for the upgrades on that. +1 bounce, but lose some range. Might be okay on the Uber Charger. Range and armor, that's pretty solid. And another one. Up to 100% damage based on dashing around. This has done 20,000 on the last one and 40,000. We'll toss that on the Stormbreaker. Electric and range is really good. +1 bounce for just one weapon, probably not worth it. Global HP steal and range is very good, and explosion is probably not that great, honestly. Ooh, a shock ball. Recharger, nah. Global electric. Bounces on critical hits. Guess we could toss that over there now. Doubt that does anything on Stormbreaker. And we can actually get a second Stormbreaker here as well. Shock Ball. And Stormbreaker. I think hammer drones might be my new favorite build. They're so adorable, look at them. We just need one more Stormbreaker. Let's toss a reroll here, I think, since we're getting close to the boss. Something that would help against him would be good. Maybe there's nothing left. Oh, minus armor. That helps a bit. Uses weapon crit chance. Okay, that's pretty nice on the Stormbreaker. That does nothing too late for rarity stuff. We kind of just want to fill out the upgrades on the really good stuff now, so range on the big Stormbreaker is pretty good. 2 piercing, but lose some damage. We have enough bounces and stuff on those already, probably not worth it. Damage and attack speed for Stormbreaker would be good, I think. +1 projectiles. We could do that for the second one. Even more explosion radius on the shock string? The attack speed and crit would be so low, though. 80% is probably fine. That one already has reduced explosion, so probably not worth on anything else. Armor's fine. Crit chance and range is quite good. And then freeze onto second Stormbreaker. Damage and bouncing, that's pretty good. Probably the main weapon there. And then we could put big range onto one of the Stormbreakers. And actually we can get 2 of those, can't we? Massive hammer. Oh, one more stage actually. After this one. %, crits. Now we have the final shop. HP and attack speed is decent, I think. The largest Stormbreaker ever. Don't mind if I do. We can grab a tier 2 spark. Some extra base stats, it looks like. Range for everything. +1 projectiles. Could put that on the Giga Stormbreaker. Crit attack stuns an enemy. I don't think that works on bosses, so nah. Even Giga Stormbreaker. 881 range versus 700. +1 projectiles would probably be decent on the Uber Charger. It bounces on a crit. May as well just toss that to finish off our main weapon now. Oh, it's the same boss as the first difficulty. Although I guess he probably has a new ability now, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't remember this bullet hell attack. Hitting him the entire time and still only 25%. I guess you probably get some meta progression if you manage to kill him in time. So the main weapon was 40,000, 102,000 on the first Stormbreaker with a lot of damage, 62,000 on the massive AoE one, 62,000 and 11,000. Crux power 42%. Can we unlock anything huge after that? We can get one big upgrade. Start with a tier 2 weapon. I think that doesn't really do that much in the long run. Probably better to get stuff that like reduces the cost or extra resources or rarity, so you just get better stuff overall. Hers cost 4% less. Each purchase reduces the refresh cost. I think the free refresh is kind of nice. And then what else? %8 cost reductions, not bad. And then 4% cost reduction. So we can just buy a lot more stuff in the shop now. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. We got all the way through the first difficulty, halfway through nightmare modes, and the game's pretty fun so far. People are really enjoying it on Steam, over 90% positive when I checked earlier. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Or will I?